How to get rid of side fat, 12 tips you need to know. Sharing is caring. 0 shares. 1 share. 2 tweet. 3 side fat, or the trimmings on your lower abdomen and hips, is the most difficult thing to get rid of. But with these helpful tips in this article, you will learn how to get rid of side fat for good. It's not an easy process, but it can be done. There are some myths that exist about how to remove side fat, one of which is that you can't do anything about it. In this article, I will talk about the real ways I've found to remove this problem area, as well as hope that my message can help others who feel like they're struggling with impossible weight goals. What causes side fat? The reason why I say that this is a difficult area to get rid of is that it is a stubborn area. Trimming down in this area can be harder than trimming down in other areas, that's for sure. The main thing that affects how fat you look in your sides is your diet, and more importantly, what you eat. There are certain foods that make you hold on to more water in your body, and when you have extra water in your system, you will see it show up on the sides of the abdomen. And for some people, the fat around the lower abs and hips just seems to grow more than any other place on their body. It is a question that continues to vex researchers, despite 4 decades of study, making it impossible for anyone to provide a straight answer. The general consensus is that it's genetic, but the percentage of side fat that is due to genetics is small compared to the percentage of weight loss caused by diet. Based on genetics, there is approximately 100 side fat caused by the genes in your family tree. The good news is that side fat can be nearly entirely eliminated with changes in diet and exercise. Side fat and love handles. If you are confused about these two words, I'm sure you are not alone. I used to think that love handles were a different area of fat that could be removed. I also asked myself if side fat and love handles are the same things. Well, I am here to tell you that side fat and love handles are the same things. They are the same thing because they're both fat, but they're different because one is on each side of your waist. The best way to describe it is to say that the love handles are at the top or bottom of your side fat. Essentially, side fat is often referred to as love handles if it's only on the right or left side of your body. It's also called love handles if you have a large amount on your waistline and not other areas like your arms or thighs. The first step to getting rid of them is realizing that you will need to make changes in diet and exercise, which means giving up many things that you like. It was hard for me too. 12 key tips on how to get rid of side fat. If you don't know how to get rid of side fat, then I'm not sure if you'll get anywhere. Instead of beating yourself up about this problem, try these tips instead. 1. Stay away from fatty foods. I know it's hard to stay away from all foods with fat, but you can still eat fat if you choose the right foods. You'll have to do some research on which foods are okay for you on a diet, but here are some examples of fatty foods that are acceptable. 1. Fats that are good for your heart, like olive oil. 1. Nuts, which are packed with protein and nutrients. Just moderate your intake since they're high in calories. A handful of nuts is enough to keep you satisfied until your next meal. Nuts are also high in calories, so don't overdo it. Eat a balanced diet. You need to make sure that you're getting a healthy balance of protein, carbs, and fat. You don't want a high amount of any one in particular. Too much protein in your diet can make you retain water in your body, which will show up in the form of side fat. The same goes for carbs and fats. Add exercises into your daily routine. When you're trying to get rid of side fat, cardio exercises are important. Cardio exercises will burn the fat so it won't be stored in your body. Try to do at least 30 minutes of cardio exercise at least 5 days per week. Consume more protein. You need to focus on getting more protein into your diet. This will help you to build and maintain muscle, which is essential in helping you look and feel better. You should try to eat protein at every meal. If you consume protein-rich foods like almonds, spinach, tuna fish, and salmon, then this should be enough to get you by. Eat more water-rich foods. The best way to increase the amount of water in your system is to drink more water first thing in the morning or first thing after you wake up each day. Avoid consuming other beverages like coffee or tea because they can make your body retain too much water. This will in turn show up as side fat due to the fact that it's so much fat within it. Freshly squeezed lemon juice is another good way to get that extra bit of fluid into your system all day long. Take multivitamins and milk thistle supplement. Unless you have a medical condition, then I wouldn't recommend taking multivitamins because they're usually full of synthetic ingredients that are completely unnecessary. That being said, milk thistle supplement is one supplement that everyone should take. It's a plant-based supplement that packs a lot of antioxidants into one pill. Antioxidants have proven to be effective in helping to diminish the appearance of fat storage, and that's why milk thistle is a great supplement for side fat reduction. Avoid consuming alcoholic or caffeinated drinks. It's unlikely that you'll be able to give up alcohol altogether, but I suggest trying to limit your consumption. Alcohol can cause you to gain weight around the midsection. Caffeine can have the same effect, so it's best to avoid coffee, tea, and any drinks with added caffeine in them. Avoid eating dairy products. Dairy products are filled with fat, and that's why they're bad for you if your aim is to get rid of side fat. Try switching out cheese for turkey or chicken instead. Choose skim milk over whole milk every time you have a choice because whole milk has too much fat in it. Take kelp supplements and olive leaf extract to improve lipid metabolism, fat metabolism. The kelp supplement you can find on Amazon is usually in the form of a capsule and comes with instructions on how to consume it. It is recommended to take 2 capsules each day, along with 2 tablespoons of olive leaf extract. Always check with your doctor first. Olive leaf extract is available in capsule form as well. It's a plant-based supplement that has been clinically proven to help reduce fat. 10. Eat more foods high in omega-3 fatty acids. You can find omega-3 fatty acids in fish, flaxseed, and grass-fed meats. You don't need a lot of them, but you should try to keep them in your diet if it's possible because they're essential for fat metabolism. The same goes for magnesium, which can be obtained from vegetables or seeds. Magnesium is great for preventing the accumulation of fat, but take into consideration that too much magnesium can cause diarrhea and other side effects. 11. Keep healthy sleep habits. Avoiding TV and using comfortable sleep environments that encourage quality sleep, not too warm and not too cold, is helpful. You may want to purchase a white noise generator. Good sleep is very important in the restoration and rejuvenation of your body, and you can't expect to make headway if you don't get enough sleep. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, a minimum of 8 hours each night. Purchase a pedometer. A pedometer will help you track the number of steps taken in a day, in order to increase your level of exercise. Over time, you can gradually increase the number of steps you take in a day. Walking is the best exercise to take. How do you target side fat? Having a few rolls of side fat is normal. It happens to everyone, but most people are trying to lose weight all over so they can get rid of it for good. I recommend you do the same. If you want to get rid of side fat, then you need to keep a healthy lifestyle. If you're going to drop weight, then you have to be healthy and avoid unhealthy foods. How to get rid of side fat with exercises. Lose the weight on your belly first. Belly fat is a serious problem because it's dangerous for your health if it's bad enough. Don't let it get any worse than that by not getting rid of it quickly. You can also target your hip-thigh area if you really want the extra inches off your waistline. But I recommend working on your belly first because they're most stubborn and will require time and patience before they start falling off. Spend time on the floor. What we need here is to tone your muscles, not bulk them up. The best way to lose your love handles and side fat is by losing weight and toning up the muscles which you already have instead of trying to build new ones. But you can lose those love handles by doing a few exercises that will tone your muscles from inside out, from your bones out. Doing this will help you to look slim from your waist down, which is mainly focused on that weak lower back and those legs that seem like they're dragging around all that excess weight. Doing a combination of these exercises below can help you lose side fat and at the same time strengthen your muscles and bones, which will contribute to a healthier body overall. If you do these exercises regularly, you will lose inches off your waist. Here's a look at the top side fat burning exercises. 1. Side plank. The main goal is to hold the position for as long as you can without having to switch sides or collapse. Method. Lie on your left side with your legs straight and heels in line with your hips. Place your left forearm on the ground. Position yourself so that your body is supported by both arms and legs. Lift your hips up, keeping the weight in your shoulder, and balance at a 45-degree angle to the floor. Hold this position by pulling in your abs for a count of 10. Slowly lower yourself to the ground, trying to relax as much as possible, using slow controlled movements to get back down into starting position. Repeat 10 times. 2. Plank. The main goal is to hold the position for as long as you can without having to switch sides or collapse. Method. Lie face down on the floor with your elbows bent, resting on the ground under your shoulders. Keep your abs tight and squeeze through your buttocks and thighs. Lift yourself off the ground by pushing up on your arms, balancing yourself with your toes and heels flat. Hold this position for as long as you can without collapsing or switching sides. Try to keep breathing naturally while holding this position. 3. Oblique crunch. This is an exercise that helps you to strengthen your lower abs, but it also tones your obliques. Method. Lie on the ground with your legs straight and flat. Place your arms behind you, resting on the ground above the shoulders. Lift up on one side of your body by contracting your obliques, then slowly lower yourself back down. Repeat 10 times, then repeat on the other side. 4. Side lunge. The main goal is to hold the position for as long as you can without having to switch sides or collapse. Put your knees down. Method. Stand next to the chair, ball, table, etc., positioning yourself close to it. Step away from the object, keeping one foot behind the other, about 2 feet apart. With both hands, hold on to the table or your back leg, on the floor. Lower yourself slowly until your bent knee is almost touching the floor. Hold for a count of 10, then push yourself back up to starting position. Repeat 10 times, then switch sides and repeat until you finish all reps for each side. How long does it take to lose side fat? This isn't something that can be seen overnight or even in weeks because it takes months for your body to start burning through all the unwanted pounds and converting them into lean muscle mass. This is why losing fat is such a difficult process. There's an inverse correlation between fat and muscle mass, and it takes time and consistency in order for your body to reduce the amount of fat stored in the first place. Minimizing fat by eating right and exercising is a very difficult task, especially if you're just starting out. It's going to take a long time, but the more you focus on getting rid of that stubborn fat, the easier it will become. Final thoughts about how to get rid of side fat. To conclude our post, I just want to remind you that the best way to have a healthier lifestyle is to eat well and exercise regularly. You should start with something very easy first, like walking or running around the block. For example, if you've always wanted to lose belly fat, then you could decide to start with walking 5 to 10 minutes first thing every morning. If you don't have fitness equipment at your home, then you can always buy a pair of decent shoes and start with walking in them. After a few days of doing this, try upping it by 5 to 10 minutes each time and so on until you get up to half an hour every morning. Soon, you will be able to go for a brisk walk of half an hour or even longer. So remember that it all starts with something very easy and then your body will get used to it. Soon, you'll be on your way to reducing the visibility of your side fat and having a healthier body.